Did you know that the Boston Tea Party almost didn't happen? That there was a secret plan B that could have changed the course of American history? Hey history buffs, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the most fascinating moments from the past. This is Chronicles of the Past, your guide to the mysteries and controversies of the ancient world. Today we're cracking open the mysteries of the Boston Tea Party. We're going beyond the textbooks to explore the real motivations, the unsung heroes, and the lingering questions that still puzzle historians today. We'll uncover secret plans, hidden identities, and even explore what happened to all that tea. Stick around to the end to discover the shocking truth about who really dumped that tea and why they almost didn't do it at all. But first, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our history-packed adventures. Alright, let's rewind the clock to 1773. Tensions are brewing between Great Britain and its American colonies. It wasn't just about the taxes, though those were a major problem. The colonists felt like they were being treated like second-class citizens, denied the rights and freedoms that their British counterparts enjoyed. The Tea Act, while seemingly offering cheaper tea, was actually a sneaky power play by the British East India Company. It was about control, folks, and the colonists weren't having it. They saw this as a threat to their liberty, their very way of life. Imagine a world where your voice doesn't matter, where decisions about your life are made thousands of miles away by people who don't understand your struggles. That's what the colonists were facing, and they were ready to fight back. Now, before we dive into the night of the Tea Party itself, let's meet the masterminds behind this daring act of rebellion. If you're already finding this fascinating, give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what you know about the Boston Tea Party. Forget your superhero movies. The real heroes were the Sons of Liberty, a secret society of patriots determined to defend colonial rights. Led by fiery figures like Samuel Adams and John Hancock, these guys were the brains behind the operation. They weren't just a bunch of angry guys throwing tea overboard though. They were organizers, strategists, and master communicators. They used newspapers, pamphlets, and public meetings to rally support and spread their message of resistance. Think of them as the original social media influencers, using the power of words and ideas to mobilize a movement. They were risking their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to fight for what they believed in. But even within the Sons of Liberty there was debate. Some favored peaceful protest, while others, like Adams, believed that bolder action was needed. And that's where the plan for the Boston Tea Party began to take shape. Now here's where things get really interesting. Did you know that the Sons of Liberty had a backup plan? A plan B in case the Tea Party failed? We'll reveal that secret plan later in the video, so keep watching. Who's your favorite founding father? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing historical deep dives. December 16, 1773. A cold, moonlit night in Boston. A group of colonists disguised as Mohawk Indians silently board three British ships, the Dartmouth, the Eleanor, and the Beaver. The scene is electric. Imagine the tension, the adrenaline, as these men, risking everything, carry out their daring plan. They work quickly and efficiently, breaking open 342 chests of tea and sending it swirling into the icy waters of Boston Harbor. It wasn't just about the tea though. It was a symbolic act, a message to the British Empire that the colonists were drawing a line in the sand. They were saying, we will not be controlled, we will fight for our freedom. But here's a question that historians still debate. Why the Mohawk disguise? Was it simply to protect their identities? Or was there a deeper meaning? Some believe it was a gesture of solidarity with Native Americans, who were also resisting British colonialism. Others see it as a way to tap into the fear and mystique surrounding Native warriors. Whatever the reason, the disguise added to the drama and the impact of the event. The Boston Tea Party became a legend, a rallying cry for the growing revolution. But the story doesn't end there. The British were furious, and their response would have far-reaching consequences. Are you enjoying this historical deep dive? Hit that like button and share this video with your friends. The British weren't about to let the Boston Tea Party go unpunished. They enacted a series of harsh measures known as the Coercive Acts, or as the colonists called them, the Intolerable Acts. These acts closed the port of Boston, restricted colonial self-government, and allowed British troops to be quartered in private homes. It was like pouring gasoline on a fire. The colonists were outraged. They saw these acts as a direct attack on their liberties, and they began to prepare for the worst. The First Continental Congress was convened, and the colonies started to unite against a common enemy. But here's another mystery. What happened to all that tea? Did it just wash away? Well, some of it was salvaged and sold, but most of it likely ended up at the bottom of Boston Harbor. In recent years, archaeologists have actually discovered fragments of tea chests and other artifacts from the Tea Party, providing tangible links to this pivotal moment in history. The Boston Tea Party wasn't just about a few chests of tea. It was a turning point, a catalyst that propelled the colonies towards revolution. It was a declaration that the colonists were willing to fight for their freedom, no matter the cost. Now, remember that secret plan B I mentioned earlier? It's a real what-if moment in history. The Sons of Liberty, ever the strategists, weren't putting all their eggs in one basket. They knew that the Tea Party was a risky move, and they needed a backup plan in case things went south. So what was this secret plan? Believe it or not, it involved capturing the British ships and selling the tea themselves. They planned to use the profits to fund the growing resistance movement. Can you imagine? The colonists, essentially turning the tables on the British and using their own tea to fuel the revolution. It's a fascinating glimpse into their strategic thinking and their willingness to consider every possible option. Historians still debate whether this plan was ever truly viable, but it certainly adds another layer of intrigue to the story. Just imagine how different history might have been if that plan had been carried out. Would the revolution have started sooner? Would it have been more successful? We can only speculate, but it's a tantalizing thought experiment that highlights the complexities and uncertainties of this pivotal period in American history. So we've explored the Boston Tea Party, uncovering the hidden motives, the key players, and the lasting impact of this pivotal event. We've learned that it was more than just a protest about tea, it was a fight for freedom, a stand against oppression. The Boston Tea Party reminds us that even seemingly small acts of defiance can have enormous consequences. It's a testament to the courage and determination of ordinary people who stood up for what they believed in, changing the course of history forever. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating historical explorations. And don't forget to click the link on the screen to check out our other videos.